Today we are not going to have our usual Bhumika program at our studio. It is with a very special person at a very special place. When I was schooling, we used to play cricket during interval time, softball cricket, and we have seen actually a small young brother, a Malli, bowling in another pitch with some small kids. I didn't meet him after a long time. I met him after 20 odd years today. He is not that small Malli anymore. He has gone miles through the world. He has become the best ever bowler the world has ever produced. He is none other than Muttiah Muralitharan.
Little did the world know what was about to be unleashed onto them when a young Muttiah Muralitharan, born in Kandy, bamboozled a batsman from schools cricket while turning out for his alma mater, St. Anthony's College, Kandy. Being one of the star all-rounders of his school days, he was quickly picked up by the Tamil Union Cricket and Athletic Club, followed by an 18 tour of England, and hasn't looked back since. Muralitharan, though highly revered in his homeland, has divided opinion throughout the cricketing world. A thoroughly likable man, it is his unorthodox bowling action that has raised many eyebrows. Owing to a birth defect, Murali has not been able to extend his elbow to its fullest capacity. But no amount of setbacks were to hold this young man down, and he went beyond the potential that any coach or fellow player ever saw in him. The controversies were plenty. Murali had been called for his action as early as 1995 and was subject to plenty of humiliation at the hands of an unforgiving Australian public. He has been part of many tests since, inclusive of biomechanics of the highest order, and has come out on top each and every time. His rise to legendary status began as far back as 1998 with an immortal performance in the Oval Test against England, a simply awesome 16 wickets for 220 runs, including 9 for 65 in the second innings. Thus, Sri Lanka's biggest cricketing icon started his cricketing journey to rank alongside the greatest the game has ever seen. Murali has been there and done it all, and along the way has turned critics into admirers, purists into adapters, and has brightened a nation with an infectious smile while achieving it all. There were none like him before. There will be none like him in the future. The legacy of Murali is here to stay, and he truly adds to an ever-growing list of make us proud to be Sri Lankan.
Oh, what a ball! What a magnificent Dusra! That is absolute magic bowling. Oh, that's well bowled, and it's spun back down the line. Yes, and up goes the finger.
Muttiah Muralitharan's got the breakthrough. It was the change of pace. It wasn't so much turn.
Welcome to Bhumika program.
Thank you very much.
Murali, can you tell us something? We'll start with your parents who brought you to this level. Can you tell us something about your parents?
My parents are, my father is a businessman, so we have a confectionery in Kandy. So when I was small, I was born with another 3 brothers, so in the house they couldn't control much, so they put me in the hostel. So I joined the hostel age of 6. So from the time I got used to the hostel life and playing with the hostel kids, because we had about in St. Anthony's about 600 children in the hostel, and it was fun, and from there only I learned how to play cricket.
So Murali, in your school, can you tell something about your beloved school, St. Anthony's College, Katukasthara?
I think for me it's a great school, and we got all the facilities, and whatever you needed we got there, and we are fortunate to have 2 grounds in that school, and the facilities made me to play cricket, because always they have the ground to play something, because we used to play after school with the hostel boys softball cricket. From that only I knew that I can play a little bit well, and then Sunil Fernando saw me that I'm playing softball cricket well. Then he asked me to come for training for hardball cricket. So I got permission from my parents and I started going to his classes. That's why I learnt everything.
Murali, Mr. Sunil Fernando, your beloved teacher, has said something about you. Can we watch it and discuss?
ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම මුත්තයියා මුරලිදරන් මට මුලින්ම හම්බුනේ 1981 විතර. එයාට එතකොට වයස අවුරුදු 9ක් විතර ඇති. එයා එතකොට මේ ඇත්තටම මේ හાર્ඩ් බෝල් සෙල්ලම් කරේ නෑ. ඒ වයසේදී මම දැක්කා ඉස්සෙල්ලාම මේ අපේ සන්ත අන්තෝනි විදුහලේ තියෙන හොස්ටල් එකේ පොඩි ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් එකක්. එතන ඒගොල්ලෝ සැහැල්ලු පන්දු ක්‍රීඩා කරමින් සිටියා. පස්සේ මම දැක්කා පොඩි ළමෙක් දුවගෙන ඇවිල්ලා වේගයෙන් පන්දු යවනවා. ඒ පාර මම නැවතිලා එයාට අඬ ගහලා ඇහුවා එයාගෙන් මේ කැමතිද අපේ පාසලේ වයස 11 15 කණ්ඩායමට පුහුණුවීම් සඳහා එන්න කියලා. පස්සේ එයා කිව්වා මම ඒ අම්මගෙන් අහලා කියන්නම් කියලා. එක දවසක් ඒ පුහුණුවීම් කරන අතරේදී අම්මා කෙනෙක් කුඩා දරුවෙක් එක්කගෙන ඇවිල්ලා සර් මේ අහලා තිබ්බා එයාට ප්‍රැක්ටිස් වලට එන්න කියලා. මෙයාව බාලාරම් පුරුදු කරන්න කියලා මට කිව්වා. එතන තමයි මම මුරලි ඉස්සෙල්ලාම මාත් එක්ක ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරන්න පටන් ගත්තේ. පොඩි කාලේ ඉඳන්ම මුරලි ඒ කියන්නේ ක්‍රීඩා කරනකොට එයාට මේ ඇත්තටම කරන හැම දෙයක්ම හොඳටම කරන්න ඕනකම තිබුණා. ඒ කියන්නේ අනිත් ළමයි සමහරවිට විහිළු තහළුවෙන් විහිළු කරනවා. ඒ වුණත් ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරන වෙලාවට මුරලි හැම වෙලාවෙම ඒක එයා මේ එයාගේ ඇඟේ තියෙන දෙයක් වගේ එයා හරිම ඌමනාවකින් කරේ. ඉතින් ඒක තමයි මම දකින විශේෂත්වය මුරලිගේ අනිත් ළමයිගේ. ශ්‍රී ලංකා වාසීන් විදියට අපිට විශාල ගෞරවයක්. ඒ විතරක් නෙමෙයි අපේ මුළු ලෝකයටම මම හිතන්නේ ඇත්තටම ඒ කඩළු 800 පව කරපු පළවෙනි ක්‍රීඩකයා. ඉතින් ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම හැම කෙනෙකුටම ඒ කියන්නේ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ කිසිම ಜಾති ભેදයක් ඒ වගේ කිසිම දෙයක් නැතුව හැම දෙනෙක්ම ඇත්තටම අගය කරනවා මුරලිව. ඉතින් අපේ රටට ලොකු සම්පතක් මුරලි.
The gentleman by the name Sunil Fernando was extremely an important person in your life. How important to you, Mr. Sunil Fernando, in your sporting career?
Yeah, definitely, because if he doesn't spot me another time and if he didn't give the opportunity to play, I would have been not playing cricket at all, because we used to play for fun. Then it got serious when you go to practices and many boys comes and you compete with them and try to get a place in your school team. It was very hard, and somehow I got through those things. So I think he was most important person to bowl, and especially because I was bowling medium pace at the time, under 13 and under 15. And he told me once, saw me play with the ball when my bowl leg spin and off spin. So he saw me good in spin, so he told me to bowl spin. Then I started bowling spin, and every match I got 4 or 5 wickets. So I think he was one of the important person in my life in cricketing career.
Sure. Now, Murali, how difficult was it for you to turn from pace, medium pace to spinning bowling? How?
See, it's not easy. It's not difficult. That difficult, because it was easy because at the time you are very young, age of 10, 11. So at the time you can adapt to anything, because so I was good enough. So I didn't bowl, but I thought always when you are young, the bowlers will have to come and bowl fast as you can. Yeah. That's what you try to do. So he spotted me that I have other talent, so he told me to do. So when a coach says, we all believe that, and we try to do that. So I did it, and fortunately it worked for me.
Okay, we'll go for a short break and we'll be back. Father Stephen Abraham, our principal, was a very special person in your life, in our lives actually. what kind of guidance he has given to your life?
He was one of the best only principal when I was in school.
Right
He
throughout
was
you were
allowed
the
throughout
principal.
my 1978 to 91, so 13 years he was the principal, and he always encouraged the sportsman. So that is one quality he had, and always I can believe when we young, so most of the people can't afford to buy bats and pads and this. What he does is sometimes he buys all the bats for school and say if we have money, he gives 50% from the school and we have to put 50%, we can buy the equipment. So that's helped a lot of players to have individual bats and pads rather than putting the college ones. So those kind of help was made, and he was encouraged, and I can remember whenever we play a game also, he sometimes after 12 o'clock allow all the school boys to watch the match. So that means he gives so important to sports, while studies Friday, sometimes we play Friday, Saturday. So Friday normally our school closes at 2:30, but he allows them after lunch, everyone can go and watch the match. You have to completely watch a match, they can't go out of the school, then after 2:30 they can go. So he encouraged all schools to watch the matches and encourage the college boys as well. And I can remember still cheerleading squads, and he invented the cheerleading squads for the matches. So not only for cricket, rugby, other sports also, he was at the time. That's why I could say at that period our sports was so good. We were. And now it's so much lacking, because the principal is most important part of a generation, because to have sportsmen or studies or whatever, he has to encourage. So that kind of encouragement he gave to us, and he was very, very strict.
Yes.
And you have to be very, very disciplined with him.
Of course.
So he had all the quality to be aware. I can remember most of them very frightened.
He has not punished you during
So
school.
many times, because it's all part of the parcel of this, because we also do wrong things in a new school. I was in the hostel, he knows very well, because whoever plays even under 11, under 13 cricket, he knows all the sportsman names, he knows which class he knows, what they are doing, he will note it everything.
Absolutely.
So I couldn't get away from it. We got so many punishment, because I think I'm very lucky at the time. I had one of the best principals who could have in this country.
Of course. Can we see what Father Stephen said about you?
Murali was the son of a biscuit manufacturer from Padivat. And the father and mother were very good people. And when they wanted Muralitharan admitted to the school, there was absolutely no problem. He just automatically walked in. The coincidence is that he entered the school when I entered it as principal. So both of us got into the college in 1979 together. And from then on, he was in grade 1. Up to grade 5, we were watching him as he played cricket. He was very dexterous with the ball. Any ball game, Muralitharan was really apt. So he was a popular boy at that time. And then, as is the wont of primary school children, he began as a fast bowler. He was very interested in cricket, and I remember when he was in the primary and the bigger boys were playing on the main ground, and watching his brothers playing cricket. And whenever the ball came his way, or even close to him, he used to run and pick the ball up and throw. He was always on the boundary line, but he was so interested in ball picking, in fielding, that he made use of that opportunity every evening to come over, watch the cricket, and do this type of thing. As a result of that, he got kind of used to handling the leather ball. In the primary, he was with the tennis ball or rubber ball. And in that sense, Muralitharan kind of, how shall I say, increased his interest in playing cricket.
Murali, you were named the Bata Schoolboy Cricketer of that year. How did you feel about it?
Because that was very special for me. That is in 1991, special year for our school cricket because we were the All Island champions, and we out of this Bata schoolboy cricket, out of 14 awards, we won 9 awards. That was amazing thing, and we won about 8 or 9 matches in a row or something in the school.
Can you name some of the players?
Yeah, Nuan Kalpagi won the best captain and best fielder and the best all-rounder, and I think Sajid Fernando won the best batsman. Like that, all the awards, Central Province best team, All Island best team. So like that, you can name it everything.
No, you were saying something about the big match at that year.
See, we were disappointed we couldn't win that big match, but we have the great year and we won all the awards in the end, and we became the best team in the All Island and Central Province as well. And it was something remembered. And at the time, 1991 itself, when I was school, I toured to England with the England team as well.
Murali, after your school days, you joined Tamil Union Cricket Club. What kind of experience did you get from that?
Actually, because I was toured while I was in the college in 1991 to England when Aravind De Silva captain, and went with the tour, but I was not successful at all because I played about 2 county games, and in that tour we played about 7 county. Out of that we played 2 and I couldn't get a wicket, so it was so disappointing. Then I came back. Then I want to play for a club, so I joined Tamil Union Cricket Club because Damien Nadraja was one of our captains in school. He told me to come and join.
Nadraja was playing for Tamil
Union at the time, and I joined the club. And while I joining the club playing, and I went to a ITS also to do the business management course there. While I'm studying there, I was playing for Tamil Union, and I had a great year of that year, about 60 odd wickets and things. And because I got a lot of wickets, I got an opportunity in 1992. Arjuna saw me playing, and he gave opportunity to play in 1992 debut against Australia in Ketarama.
What was the success in your first test match against Australia?
So I didn't have a great success because first innings I bowled 17 overs and I got 1 wicket. And that match I can still remember. Dulip Liyanagi also debuted with me, and he got about 4-5 wickets, and Champaka Ramanayaka bowled well. And then second innings, 2 balls I got 2 wickets, Tom Moody and Mark Waugh, and that's it, because 2 for about 80 odd or something in for 34 overs. So it was drawn match, and I think it was a okay debut for me.
මං මුලින්ම මුරලිව දැක්කේ එයාගේ ඉස්කෝලෙන් ආපු ගමන් සංචිතයට ඇතුල් වුණා. එතකොට මම ශ්‍රී ලංකා සයිඩ් එකේ මමත් ආපු අලුත් කාලේ. ඉතින් මට මුරලිගේ පළවෙනි දවසේ ඉඳන්ම යත් එක්ක එයාගේ එයා කවුද කියන එක මට අඳුර ගන්න පුළුවන් වුණා. ඒ වගේම අපිට අවුරුදු 12ක් 14ක් කාලයක් එකට දිගටම මුරලිත් එක්ක මේ එකට ශ්‍රී ලංකාව හැම වචනයක් එක්කම හිනාවක් තිබුණා. ඒ වගේම සියලු කාත් එක්ක කතා කරත් ගොඩක් පැෂන් එකකින් කතා කරේ. ක්‍රීඩාව ඉතාමත්ම ගොඩක් හાર્ඩ් ක්‍රිකට් ගැහුවා. මම හිතන්නේ ගොඩක් බිලීව් කරා මහන්සි වෙන තරමට ප්‍රතිඵලය. අනිත් එක ප්‍රශ්නයක් වුණත් ඔහු ඒ ප්‍රශ්න දිහා බැලුවේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් විදිහට නෙමෙයි. මට මතකයි ඒ ප්‍රශ්න ආපු කාලේදී ඕස්ට්‍රේලියාව විශේෂයෙන් ඒකට විසඳුමක් ඔහු හොයාගත්ත මිසක් ඔහු ඒගොල්ලන් වැරදි කියන එක පෙන්වුව මිසක් කවදාකවත් ඇඟිල්ල දික් කරලා කාටවත් වැරද්දවත් වැරදි දෙයක්වත් අදට වෙනකන් ඒ ගැන කියලා නැහැ. ලොකු මහත්මා ගතියක් මුරලිගේ දකිනවා. ඔහුගේ චැරිටි ගොඩක් කරනවා. මම හිතන්නේ ගොඩක් ක්‍රීඩකයන්ට උදව් කරනවා. සාමාන්‍ය දුප්පත් අයට උදව් කරනවා. ඒ වගේම ලෝකේ නම්බර් 1ට ආවත් ඔහු මම හිතන්නේ එදා දැකපු මුරලිම තමයි අදත් අපි දකින්න මම හිතන්නේ ඒකයි මුරලිගේ තියෙන විශේෂත්වය. මම හිතන්නේ ගොඩක් අපිට මුරලිගෙන් ඉගෙන ගන්න දේවල් තියෙනවා. මුරලි හැම වෙලේම අලුත් දෙයක් කරන්න බලන් හිටපු කෙනෙක් මම හිතන්නේ පළවෙනි දවසේ ඉඳන්ම ඔහු අලුත් දෙයක් හොයාගන්න තමයි විශේෂයෙන්ම පන්දු යවනකොට හැම වෙලේම කල්පනා කරේ. මට මතකයි ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරනකොට එන්න කළු අලුත් එකක් පන්දුවක් තියෙනවා බලමු කියලා හැම වෙලේම ගිහිල්ලා අපි කතා කරලා ඒක තව ටිකක් හොඳට බෝල් කරන්නේ කොහොමද ඒක මම කීප් කරනකොට මට ලේසි වෙන විදිහට ඒක අඳුරගන්නේ කොහොමද ඒක ගැන ගොඩක් අපි කතා කරලා ගොඩක් මහන්සි වෙලා තියෙනවා. පන්දු රැකීමේදී තාමත්ම අග්‍රගණයේ පන්දු විදිහට රැක්කා. ඒ වගේම අවශ්‍ය වෙලාවට ලකුණු අතරටත් ඉඳලා මැච් වලට මේ ගොඩක් කන්ට්‍රිබියුෂන් එකක් කරලා තියෙනවා. මම හිතන්නේ මුරලිගේ ෆැමිලි එක තාමත් නිහතමානී පුද්ගලයන්. මුරලි අපි රටට සේවය කරලා තියෙනවා. ගොඩාක් කීර්තිය ගෙනලා තියෙනවා. මම හිතන්නේ අපිට ලැබිච්ච සම්පතක් හැටියට තමයි මම මුරලිව දකින්නේ.
Murali, now you became the best bowler in the world both in one-day internationals and tests. But your beginning was not that rosy. I mean, there were a lot of disturbance at the beginning of your career. Do you remember about the Boxing Day match against Australia in 1995?
Yeah, because the thing is, first 5 years of my cricket, because you have to cement your place, because sometimes you play, because we had about at the time a lot of spinners, talking like P.L. Vijayatunga, Ruwan Kalpage, Don Narnasiri, Sanjeev Madhurusingha. So many spinners were available, and they were already played for Sri Lanka. I was fighting for my place, and on and off always had a chances, and some matches I really bowled well and got a lot of wickets. So it's like a roller coaster. And when 2005, I can remember I cement my place very well in tour of Pakistan. I got about 17 wickets and we won the series, 1995, and then went to New Zealand and got opportunity to bowl one inning and got 5 wickets and won the match for Sri Lanka.
Okay.
So I cement my place. So in 1995 only I got permanent. Then only I went to this Boxing Day match, and this incident happened because they were calling for chucking, and it was a terrible time at the time.
How did you feel at that time when Daryl Hare called?
Yeah, it was a terrible time, but my side Arjuna was very supportive, and Aravinda was vice captain and the cricket board, and all of Sri Lanka was supporting me. So the support was so much, that's why I could get over it, because without those support it's difficult to get over it, because over the period I got over it.
Arjuna's role in that incident was very crucial. How do you rate?
Yeah, as a captain, he believed I am not doing anything, and so I thought he thought to himself, because I'm legitimate bowler, and he thought I'm important bowler because I was very successful, that's why they're coming after me, and he decided to back me, because that is a great thing as a captain. If you see nowadays, so many captains won't back the players. That's always the doubt, but Arjuna had that quality to back his players. So he did that, so that's why he is rated as one of the best captain in the world.
Okay, Murali, can you tell us something about the great victory we had in 1996 in the World Cup?
That was is a great thing, achievement for all of Sri Lanka and Sri Lanka cricket. I think that victory, we believed it as a team, because we had a great team with seniors and some young good talent, youngsters like myself, Chaminda Vas, and Pramod there, like Upul Chandana, so many Marwan, all talented young players, and then we had about 6 or 7 good senior players like Aravinda, Roshan, Ashan, like that caliber. Then we found like Sanat, and youngster who comes and just blasts the wicket. We changed the game of one-day cricket during the Australian tour. So then we came with that. We knew, because we are playing in Sri Lanka and we will qualify for semi-finals. As a team, we had a belief, great belief, and fortunately we won all the matches. First match we played against India in India, most people thought India will win easily, but we won easily that match. Even India got 180 or 280 and we chased in about 40 overs.
Yeah.
So
Sanath's role was very important at that.
Sanath's role and all the cricketers' role,
Everybody,
because if
yes.
you get Asanka, Guru Singh, Aravinda, Arjuna, all.
Everybody.
Yeah, because Sanath played a vital role, but Aravinda was the man behind everything. He got about 540 runs in the whole tournament. Bowling wise, we all bowled and collectively bowled well. So it all came to us.
It was a total
teamwork, and everyone contributed. And this World Cup win was the most important win we got in our country, because this changed our total cricketing, would say, cricketing structure of it, because foreigners believe that we are capable of beating best sides in the world consistently. So that the endorsement we gave from this, and the encouragement for the youngsters who wants to play cricket became bigger and bigger, and game of cricket grew so bigger in our country after this World Cup win.
Murali, how important is fielding in a one day match especially?
Not even one day match, any cricket you say, fielding is one of the important things. See, as a cricketer, what you have to do is two things.
You believed in that?
Yeah, everyone has to believe, and I believed in it. And you have to do two things in properly. If you are a batsman, you have to be a great fielder and a batsman. And if you are a bowler, you have to be a good bowler and a fielder. So fielding is most important thing in a cricketing thing. So as a Sri Lankans, we all gave very important to the fielding. And worldwide, if you say, it has improved a lot in fielding, those compared to eras, and the fitness levels improved. So these are the important things, but most important thing is you have to do one thing good, because whether either bat or bowl. So if you don't do that, you won't get into the players team.
Murali, can you tell us now, at this period of your cricketing career, you played against various cricketers like Brian Lara, Tendulkar, Ponting, various players. Who do you rate the best player you have seen?
It's very difficult to say. On the day, any player could be better than anyone else. So I played against so many matches, 133 test matches. It's long years, 20 years. So I think one batsman for me to stand up is Brian Lara. Against us, he was so difficult to bowl to against him. So many runs he scored. So for me, he was a little bit difficult than others, but sometimes a lot of people have given me trouble, and that it is like a 50-50, because sometimes I do well, sometimes they do well. So that's the way it has always been. I think I came across about so many good players, because you can't name it, because once you name it, it's about 20-30 players. I think Brian Lara is something you can special, because stand-off player, you could say, against us especially.
Well, you know, Brian Lara once said, in the first half an hour to 45 minutes, you confuse him completely.
The two spinners, Vaughan and Muttiah, I would face Vaughan any day. You know, I mean, I'd walk out and I know from, you know, ball one, I can hit it off the middle and I could go on to score 100. Yes, he can get me out, but Muttiah always confused me in the first half an hour, 45 minutes. I had no clue what was going on, and he did not know that. I don't know if he knew, but he didn't know that.
How did you do that?
The thing is, the bowl, see, when I bowl, it's any batsman coming in first 20-30 minutes will be harder, because he has to read me properly and then get in. Then once he's in form, then it's harder to me. So it happens to any bowler like that.
Murali, as a bowler, you have passed all the records in cricket. The record that was by Walsh, Kearney Walsh, then Wasim Akram, again Shane Warne. You achieved 800 test wickets, and you achieved one-day matches 530 odd wickets. While you pass all these records, how did you feel? What kind of a feeling was it?
See, I felt very good because something relieved I got when I got 800 and retired. I think it's all about achievements, and first I thought all about, first my thinking is all about winning a match is most important than your records. So records will come across, because if you keep on playing and winning matches, winning a match will give more thrill than you only breaking a record. So I always believed it's all important to win a match, win a series, win a World Cup, win a 2020 Cup. So these are the intention I had always, and play for the team, and own records, own things will come along with that.
Edge, has he got it? Yes, he has. There it is, there's the celebrations. Have a look at this, they're going berserk in the middle. 800 it is for Muttiah Muralitharan.
No time. Muttiah Muralitharan carried off the field by his teammates. He's reached 800 test wickets. There it is.
The comparison, the perceived comparison between you and Warne, was that a pressure for you? I mean, always?
No, not really, because he was playing for his country and he's trying to do well, and I was playing for my country and do well. See, it's all about media who's made the hype and comparison. I always knew, and he always knew, whoever going to play for long, we will have the record. So I was fortunate to have he's 3-4 years younger than him. So that's why I got the record.
I mean, how is Warne as far as a friend is concerned?
See, we not very great friends, but we say hello and hi to each other. But he's a good person, and as a cricket you can talk to him, and he's as other people in world circuit, because a lot of friends I have. So one of them.
Murali, you have won many awards, including Wisdom Cricket of the Year award. Can you tell us something about these awards also?
See, I can't believe how many awards I believed. I can't even remember how many awards and when did I become wisdom. I just doesn't follow. But I keep tags on my wickets and how many wickets I got from each format. That I will on tags. But awards and all I never kept in mind. And if you do well, definitely sometimes some people congratulate and give an award or whatever. So always that has been done. But see, these awards, it's good for at the time you're receiving, but all important is winning a match and making my country proud and making our team proud. That's the most important thing.
Absolutely. Give us a small break, we'll come back. Okay, we are talking to great Muttiah Muralitharan. Murali, now other than your cricketing career, you have involved in various other social activities, your foundation for goodness kind of activities, especially during tsunami days and after war affected IDPs came. What kind of work did you do?
See, I met Kushil randomly in a cricket board, because Kushil always into Kushil Gunasekar always into charity part of it, and he was involved in the cricket board as well. When I met first him, I found he's a very gentleman and very good man, and I asked him, so you are doing a lot of charities, so shall I get involved with you and do something? Then I said, first time he said, okay Murali, you can get involved, because every year December we give books to books and these bags and socks and for the children who poor, who can't afford in Sinigama area. So if you can sponsor about 25 to 50 children. I said okay, I'll sponsor. So first time I went and I was very happy way things he does. Then we formed a foundation called Foundation of Goodness in 1990. First we formed like Muralitharan and Gunasekara Foundation, and we thought name should be not used to in those foundation. What we do, people should not to know. So what we did is we made the name to Foundation of Goodness. Now so many cricketers are involved, so many people are involved in that. So what happened, we were especially helping people who didn't have anything, and whatever way we could, we spent our own funds and got some sponsors, and through that we were helping. Tsunami struck and we need a lot of help to give to people on south and north and all the places. So we thought we get the help of international cricketers and so many people. Through them we built about 1,000 houses in Sinigama. At the moment we done work all sectors, like we have a place in Sinigama. It has about 30 odd sectors looked after: medical, children's education, and sports. We have a ground, and we have a swimming pool. All the facilities we put there, and yearly we helping about 25,000 people in about 25-30 villages near Sinigama. And we started after the war as well. From the day one we are going to north and east. Especially we have spent nearly about 1.5 million to $2 million on them, giving bikes, essential items and education materials, and we will keep on doing. And we are going to build a center like in Sinigama in Mankulam. Honorable the Excellency President has given 50 acres of land. We are demining it, almost finished demining. When you get we're going to put up a place in there for sports and a school for 2,000 children. It's cost us about $5 to $6 million. So we've been doing a big work in these sectors, and now we are doing reconciliation, and we are doing we are given 30 cement wickets through the cricket board, and Tokyo Cement helped us, and we got some funds and we put in the schools in north and east. We are doing about 60 to 90 cement wickets to improve the cricket, and we made 5 grounds, help of the army in north to play cricket. And we yearly do a Murali Cup, and we play about 20 odd teams, women and under 19 children. So get teams from north and east and south, and all together mix up and reconciliation, and we played Murali Cup. In that Murali Cup, I think first year St. Peter's won. The final was between combined Jaffna College and St. Peter's, and second year Trinity College and St. Peter's. So St. Peter's won twice. So well, that tournament everywhere. So it's mainly for reconciliation and people from the boys from north and east, and to get together and play with these guys, best of teams in all the districts in south. So they compete to each other. And once we took them to Singapore also to play a tournament, like 7 from those best children from north and east, 7 from south, 1 from our foundation, 15-member tour to Singapore, because they have never been to abroad. We sponsored through the Emirates, and we took them for say. So like that reconciliation work, and plus helping the people. This foundation, it is Kumar Sanakar and Mayala Jayawardena is involved in, very much involved in that. They were helped, and Kumar also equipped a campaign for 3,000 bikes, bikes for life call campaign. So we are given so much to north, and we want to keep on doing for them, and we want to make sure the north and east, the people to get together and live in peace, and whatever way we could help them through the foundation, we are helping at the moment.
Murali, what kind of satisfaction have you gained with these kinds of work?
See, my belief is all about, see, when I was in difficulties, whole country came behind me. There was no race, Tamils or Sinhalese or Muslims, or everyone helped me. So my theory is also the same, because when they need a help, we should give, because they help me. All the cricketers been helped, because if the country doesn't support the cricket team, there is no team. people doesn't watch, there is no cricket. So you won't be known, nobody will be known you, and as a team you don't be known. So our duty is to help those people as well when they need it. So I think right time is now, the tsunami time they need it. We helped through our cricketers and everything, we help them. Now they need it for reconciliation, and the people who want to come back to their foot in north and east, people are suffering. So for them too, we have to help them. So that's the main thing, because it's all about give and take in life. So I think they have given me a lot, and I have taken a lot from them, the people, so I have to give back to them. So that's the policy I had, and same policy is Kushil Gunasekar also, so easy to work with him. So now we got Changa and Mayala in board, and so many other business entities also in our board. So we are blessed with very good people, and we are doing our good work for the people.
Wonderful thinking. Now explain to us your family life also, about your loving wife and Naren and your kids.
See, I met to a proposal marriage, and it all went well, and I got now 2 children, and one is 8 and one is 2. Naren is going to St. Thomas College.
Is he also playing cricket?
He's interested, but it's like when you're a kid.
You don't push him?
No, I don't push him at all. When he was interested very much in a while, then he goes to a mood and play something else, then he come back and play again. So we have to give his time, because he's only 8 years old, and if he wants to play, he will play well. Whatever way he wants to be, I will support him. I don't want to push him as well. I know cricket is a very hard game, and when you come to that position, very competitive, a lot of pressure to handle, and there are easy ways to take it. So if he takes the easy way or difficult way, that's up to him. And my wife is a housewife, and is very well educated. Unfortunately, because of children, she couldn't do any other things, but she is very helpful to me, and children, and my parents also, and my brothers also very helpful to me.
Murali, who was your biggest inspiration in life?
See, it's very difficult to say. Way of brought me in, I think hostel life gave me everything, because you got to know all kind of people and all kind of children, what religion we didn't mind, we all been friends, and when you have get something food and we all share, so sharing and so many things has given me in that hostel life of the 12 years, 11 years I lived in the hostel in St. Anthony's.
Murali, tell us what kind of advice you can give to the next generation who is willing to play cricket.
See, especially playing cricket, what you have to do is you have to see you love the game, not you like the game. Like the game is different, and love the game is just once you love, and you have to give your 100% shot in whatever way, and you go and just play, and play for enjoyment rather than playing for thinking I will get these and benefits doesn't happen. Just play for enjoyment, everything will come. And sometimes you will have a path when you come adult, like 18, 19, you will know you're good enough, or you can take another path. But don't believe on one player, because only 15 players can play for Sri Lanka. It's not a huge prospect to people, because it's about millions of children will be trying to play for Sri Lanka, only 15 will get. So you have to have always a second choice of in your life too, because life has to begin if cricket doesn't work for you. So that's the advice I can. In life, generally you want to give, just try hard whatever way you want to be, and don't try to disturb other people, and just try your best, and everything will come for you. And especially you want to have a peaceful life, rather than everyone want to have a peaceful life. So work to that, and definitely you'll be happy.
Murali, you have played for many counties and clubs, including Kandurata, then Kent, Kochi Tuskers, Royal Challengers Bangalore, Chennai Super Kings. What was the best experience out of all these?
See, best experience was when I was playing for Lancashire for 7 years.
Okay.
That taught me to be a professional cricketer, mostly because you are a overseas player. They depend on you, and you have to deliver your goods. So always try to lot of pressure on it, and you try to deliver. That's so I learned a lot in England when I played for them.
Your future plans?
See, future plan is very simple because we got a business and my brother is running it. I'm not totally involved. I'm a little bit involved, and I'm helping for this reconciliation really through the foundation and helping people. Those are the main things, and I just playing cricket a little bit because still people want me to in the field. So I played in Big Bash, I played in the West Indies, and one more year left on these contracts, and Royal Challengers got me this year as well. So a little bit involved in 2020 cricket as well.
And are you happy and satisfied with so far the life you have spent?
I can't have a better life than this because anyone want to have this life, definitely, because if they give next birth also this life, I will take it because I have been blessed with everything. And I'm so happy, and what I want to achieve in my cricketing career, I achieved it, and I'm happy. So I have no complaints, and I think there are more lesser people there in the world, so I have to be happy what I got.
Thank you very much, Murali.
Thanks.
For
Thanks
participating, and wish you all the very best in your future endeavors.
Okay, thank you very much.